Host Scott Murphy, our congressman for New York's 20th District. I want to thank people from both sides of the political spectrum from either end for coming. This is truly a bipartisan event. We thank everybody for coming here. Everybody, absolutely everybody. Scott's 100th day in Congress just passed, and we're here to listen to the progress report. Here are some of the things he's doing. I'm sure he's going to be talking about healthcare, which is something that's on everybody's mind. And we're going to talk, well, we're just going to listen and then ask questions. And thank you very much, Congressman Murphy.
Thank you very much for having us here today and for the inconvenience to your business. So I guess I should do the commercial message first. Please shop at Golden Harvest, support our local farmers here. This will be an effective part of our stimulus effort to get this economy moving again, and everybody buy some of our local apples here while they're here today. So I want to echo Derek's thanks to people for coming out. I had a town hall meeting yesterday in Granville, up in the corner of our district, where people thought there'd be 30 people. 130 people showed up. We had a great discussion. At the end, I'll ask you all a question about, what you think the right solution to do is, with a whole range of options. And what I found is that 20% of the people liked all the options, which is what makes my job fascinating and fun, because I only get one vote. At the end of the day, I have to vote yes or no on each individual piece of legislation. So getting your input is critical. To me, this is what is fundamental about America. The fact that people can come out and talk to their local elected officials and their federal officials about their beliefs, share what they think, protest when they're upset, say yes when they support it, and this is what motivated me to get involved in politics and government, is the ability of people in this country to be involved in this kind of debate. And I'm so proud of the people of the 20th District of New York that we can come together and have these kind of conversations, have a microphone so that people can hear. When we at the end of my comments, we'll have you making comments and asking questions, and we'll have people with a microphone so everyone can hear. And I'm also very excited. One thing I don't want to forget to do is introduce my family. It's a Saturday, so I bring them. Our general rule my wife and I came up with is on Saturday campaigning and governing events. If I can't be with the family, I'll bring them with me. So I've got my son Duke here with me. My daughter Rush. My daughter Simone. Her friend Emma. And my two nieces, Danielle and Jessica. Their parents went away for their mom's 50th birthday, and we got to keep them for the weekend. You may know that I have a big family, so it's not uncommon on weekends that we've got more than just my 3 kids hanging out at our house. And I also want to say thanks to my wife, Jen, who's here with me today. So let me tell you a little bit about the first 100 days. It's been very busy in Washington. So I got elected. We were running this campaign during what was quite possibly the scariest economic times any of us have faced in our lifetime. Very real concern that we might see this country slip into another Great Depression. We saw a lot of action, a lot of efforts to do that. We've lowered interest rates on monetary policy. I supported the fiscal stimulus as part of the way to avoid going into the different opinions. But let's try not to yell about every sentence so we won't get nearly as much communication today. So that was stuff that was going on. The good news is that I think our economy is in a much better place today than it was 6 months ago. We are not in a good place. We are in the middle of a very, very deep and painful recession. But I believe that we are in a better place than we were 6 months ago. Our financial system is not on the verge of collapse, and hopefully we're starting to see some signs that we're coming out of the bottom. We are by no means in a good place, and don't let anyone misinterpret that. We are still losing jobs. We've got high unemployment. We've got a lot of work for our small businesses to do. That's been part of what I've been working on during my time in office. we've been working on getting stuff started here in the 20th District and around the country. And I'm very excited that some of the stuff we've been able to do to help our small businesses. I was a small business owner, and working with small businesses before I did this, that's where we create jobs. That's how we grow our economy. The SBA loan programs, the SBA has been working hard to get money out to our small businesses, our small farmers. We just are about to launch a new store in downtown Glens Falls that we were able to be helpful in starting up, getting them an SBA loan for the chocolate shop. I was just down with Local Ocean, a local aquaculture company here in Columbia County earlier this week, helping them get through some of the regulatory hurdles to start their fish farm. I was up in Malta at the official groundbreaking for the new Global Foundries plant, where we're going to have several thousand construction jobs leading to over 1,000 manufacturing jobs in the world's most advanced semiconductor plants here in our district. So part of what we've been working on is economic development and economic recovery issues, which are close to my heart, because those are the kinds of small business projects I've been working on for a long time. A few other things that have been going on in the first 100 days. We had credit card reform bill. So many of the small business owners in the district came to me during the campaign saying, you know, I'm paying my bills for my credit card where I fund my business. The interest rates are jumping from 8% to 25%. It's crazy. Why are they doing this to me? We put in reform that we passed in Congress to make it so that if you're paying your bill on time, that they can't arbitrarily change your interest rate while you're trying to pay off that credit card bill. I think that's good reform for our consumers and for our small businesses. We also passed mortgage reform, which said the mortgage problem, the mortgage industry was a big part of what happened with this housing bubble, and we needed to change that dynamic. Too many people in that business were writing loans for houses that were selling at prices that they couldn't appraise at, for people that couldn't afford to buy them, and then selling the loan the next day, making a profit, washing their hands and walking away. That's not the way you develop a strong community.
Barney Frank made them do that.
Barney Frank! How about Barney Frank? How about George Bush?
Hey, everybody will have a chance to
Dick Cheney.
make a comment. We passed a law that I thought was common sense.
The majority.
Anybody that makes a loan has to hold 5% of the loan. You can sell off 95%. I think that part of the financial system works, but I want the people making the loan, just like the local banks in Glens Falls, Saratoga Springs, and all across this district that ran their business in a traditional way, to have some skin in the game, so that they care whether or not the borrower can afford that house, whether or not that price is reasonable, and they're going to be a partner for 30 years along with you, trying to pay off your mortgage and make sure your house is sturdy and stable. So that's some of the stuff we worked on. We've also been working, I'm on the Armed Services